Hi everyone, this is Call Me Jake.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting us into your house.
It's okay.
It's really great. Oh, no worries. It's really great to meet Jake. I've listened to all of your music that you have out so far. He's out there in social media and I've seen it all and I'm really impressed. I might be a generation above you, but I think you've got a really strong voice for your generation, so that's why I'm here interviewing you today.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hard to find what makes you unique with so many people in the world today, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to really, you think you can come up with something, or you think of something first, and generally it's hard to know whether someone else has or if you're just kind of following something that someone else has done. So like, you know, I always get worried about having original ideas, so at least it gives me more time to work on my ideas. You know, having that original voice, it's not something I really need to try to make happen, you know, it sort of comes a little bit natural. So I'm happy someone appreciates it anyway.
When did you know that this is what you wanted to do? How old were you? Was it high school?
Yeah, I don't know, like I started in 2009, but like the first time I sort of did it was 2008. I wrote a lot before I actually even rapped. Like, I was really into the writing side of things because I always thought it was cool how people did it, and I always wanted to get really good at that first. So it was probably about, I don't know, maybe year 10, year 11 to 2010, 2011, where I thought, like, you know, I think I could probably really sort of do this, you know what I mean? I was actually handing in my lyrics to my English teacher as work. She was actually accepting it and marking me on my lyrics, and it was this torn up bit of paper with scribble all over it, and she was like, you know, you can do this. And I'm like, maybe I can, sort of thing. And I just kind of just decided then, I don't want to work and I don't want to be 30 like most of my mates, talking about how sore their back is and how they hate their boss. And you know, I'd rather bring out a music video about how there's a guy who hates his boss and he has a sore back and it's a terrible life, and I'm not living that, you know, like,
yeah.
Be creative.
The first release that you had was the Hideout playlist.
Yeah.
With Erna, featuring Erna. He
Yes.
sounds like a bit of a character.
I mean, he's got a lot of talent, and if you hear on the first one, I was really happy to, like, I met him at a gig and we were just like, hi, like, you know, how, you know, what's going on, dude? And he was like, oh, you know, like, we were seriously two random people, and then he just came down to my house without even like questioning it, and I was like, I don't even know, I think I might be kind of scared of this dude, because, and it was hilarious.
He's little, isn't he?
He's so little, like, and I think he's actually a year older than me.
Okay.
But yeah, he was awesome to feature on the first one, and the second one wasn't even meant to be like a whole thing. It was meant to be with him, but I'm just happy we got that first one done and he was on it and stuff like that. It was a cool experience to have just anyone on feature on my first CD, you know what I mean? I kind of just put it together because I kept making songs.
The Hideout is your studio. Was that in Bunbury, in like your mum's house, or?
Yeah, pretty much. It's when it became the Hideout in Bunbury, and I had, like, my brother came around and helped me set up the studio, and it just got to the point where, yeah, I mean, like, there was actually, one point I always remember in my life wasn't the most positive point, but I didn't leave the house for about 3 weeks, and that's when a lot of that was recorded. You know what I mean? So that's why I say that I have such an aggressive outlook, because generally I've been cooped up in a room for, like, you know, 3 days, and the only place I've gone is the toilet and had a shower, you know what I mean? And it can change you, you know, makes you a bit antisocial.
Well, I guess Bite Marks.
Yeah.
That features Erna. So you're talking about friends and I guess growing up and working out who's lying, who's telling the truth, who's dogging the other person. Is that what you guys, because in raps you always talk about dogs and cats, so cats are the good guys, dogs are the bad guys, is that right?
Pretty much, which is hilarious, to be honest, because I absolutely love dogs and cannot stand cats. But I mean, it was just kind of, I don't know, he just kind of turned around to me one time, and that was the first thing we worked on together, and he was like, you know, like, where do you want to sort of take this? And I'm like, well, I've got this sort of idea with it, you know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, like, it's weird with rap, you know what I mean? You can sort of just, I can write 4 bars, and I can show someone those 4 bars and be like, so we're going to make a song, do you know what I'm saying? And then we're like, no worries. And we make an entire song and don't talk to each other about it and know exactly what both of us mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to talk about it, we understand, like, rap has that thing for you, so we kind of just did that. And then you know, I wrote that chorus as well. It was like the first chorus I ever done. I'm like, I don't know about this, man. And he was like, oh, it'll be good. And we really just hyped each other up, and we were just like, you know, we did it. And it's actually awesome that you brought it up, because I've never, like, not many people can really appreciate it, but recording's a hard process, and back then when I was doing that, I didn't really know too much about what I was doing, and we actually recorded, if you listen to the entire song, we switch a lot, there's choruses, we actually recorded that in one take. So it was like, I would do my verse, then I stayed there for the chorus, he came in to do his verse, I stayed there for the chorus, and then at the end we switched, so I did 4 bars and then like quickly moved out of the way, and he came in, and we seriously just done the whole thing in one take because we didn't know how else to do it.
Yeah.
And I thought I was doing it right, you know what I mean? And then the more and more you get into recording, you obviously realise that people, half the time they say 2 words, and then, you know, like Eminem, he would just cut his verses up ridiculously, you know what I mean? They don't just do it in one take.
Yeah, but there's a charm to that song. I really like that song.
Well, that's why.
Maybe that's what it is.
It makes it more, yeah, because I think it's because we got to the point where we actually were really like mad because we were like, this is getting really, really hard to record, and we keep having this issue, like we were getting really aggressive, so it did work out well, didn't it?
Depressed expressions.
Yeah.
The things that you bring up, you say society's retarded. You talk about keep away from mass trends. One word to describe a generation is displeasure. You're sick of the haters, you talk about Facebook, you talk about rotten women. And then you actually mention Bunbury and say the insanity in Bunbury.
Yeah.
At this time, there's a lot going on for you in this song.
It's a hard thing to like really elaborate on because it was like I was just so angry. I was a really angry kid. Like I didn't have a dad around when I was younger, sort of thing. And that, you know, I think if you know, I don't know if there's studies or whatever, there probably is, but there's a lot of difference between a kid who has a dad and a kid who doesn't, and the ones that don't always just have an anger problem, like, you know what I mean? And it just kind of happens. And I just like, I don't know, when I first moved to Bunbury I loved it because I didn't know anyone, and then that was, to me, it was like started getting to know people. And I'll never say Bunbury's like a bad place, but I think in that song what I was trying to say was just, Bunbury's a beautiful place, but some of the people there are just some of the worst people I've ever met, sort of thing. But I'm going to go to somewhere else and probably meet another one of the worst people I've ever met, you know what I mean? I haven't been that many places. I think that in that song I was sort of just like, I was really angry, and I just kind of sat there and I just wrote it, and I was like, you know, this is what I need to get this out, sort of thing. And, you know, maybe some people will agree with me, you know what I mean? Like, but I think a lot of people get used to it, sort of thing. And if anything, like, I was actually around someone's house one night and they played it and they were like, is this got like a bit to do with this person? Yeah. And I'm like, maybe. So I couldn't really say anything because they knew them, and I'm like, I can't really just flat out be like, yes, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to. It's not about anybody in particular, but like I'm describing a type of person and fit into that category.
But you're also inspiring and you have hope, I think, for your generation as well.
Oh, definitely.
And you say you'll never spit shit in the booth if it isn't the truth. I like that line. That was in, make sure you know who you're listening to.
Yeah, that was
so
fun one.
Musically gifted from my mind to my heart. I think that sums you up pretty well.
Yeah, I hope so anyway.
Yeah. Help us understand how much you love rap. What does it do for you?
Well, is it
personal?
It's not really personal. I think it's just like I got to a point like where I was just like, I want people to listen to what I'm saying, but like you can listen to what someone's saying but not necessarily understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like I could say anything to you right now that has something to do with somebody else, and you won't understand it because you don't understand it. You know what I mean? It's got something to do with someone else. So when it's rap, it's sort of like you could sort of put something in a certain way and make everybody understand it. And I think it was sort of like, I don't know, I was sort of just, I got sick of talking to people. I got sick of and dealing with people that just didn't listen and all that. That's a part of it, and like even I did it myself. I'd always say, you know, do this, you need to focus on this more, and you don't. So it's like the only thing that I ever found really pushing me was music, you know what I mean? I started getting more and more into rap and hearing more and more things and just getting more and more inspired by these different people. Like I'd listen to one guy, just make me want to just go for a run and just like commit and exercise, you know, like I do every day now, and I'd say it's probably because of some of them people. So rap for me is like, it's huge these days, and I totally understand why 10 years from now it'll be even bigger. It'll be the main thing in music because it's just, anyone can do it, and anyone can get like, I don't know, it's just so crazy, you know, like anyone can just sort of sit there and immediately come in with just anything that they want. Rap's just kind of like, hey, give it a go and don't hold your emotions in, you know what I mean? Someone else probably feels what you feel. Cheers for watching this shit. It's Call Me Jay. Keep up with the pages, keep up with all the music and shit. Peace.
So make sure you know who you're listening to. Make sure you know I'll never spit shit in the booth if it isn't the truth. So make sure you know who you're listening to. Make sure you know I'm killing shit and my lyrics are proof.